It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this. What is today? Today's the 12th day of June, 2021. Coming to you from Bedford County in Central Virginia. Another hot day here today. It's supposed to be like 97. So, unfortunately, I can't hit the pool today. Some of you might recall that I have an afternoon appointment with the oncologist. So this is a big day today. I get my results from the MRI I took on Monday morning. I take my latest PSA to make sure that numbers are still where they're supposed to be. And I think I get another Lupron shot today. So that's all in the cards this afternoon. By the time I get home from that, I might just go flop in the pool, but because it's going to be hot today. All right, we got a couple things to discover this morning. Of course, start the day off with weather. It seems like we do that all the time anymore. The main thing this morning is Fred. Disorganized Fred is moving between eastern Cuba and the southeastern Bahamas. Heavy rains continue across portions of Hispaniola. Now, this is as of just a few minutes ago. Fred was located 40 miles west-southwest of Great Inagua Island, that's in the Bahamas, and about 80 miles northeast of Guantanamo, Cuba. Has sustained winds of about 35 miles an hour. She's moving to the west-northwest at 16 miles an hour. Central pressure is about 1,011. Fred's expected to move across the southeastern Bahamas today, move along or just north of the eastern and central Cuba later today and Friday, and be near the Florida Keys and South Florida on Saturday. Now, exactly where it's going to hit and land in Florida is still up for the grabs. It depends. A lot depends on if it actually goes ashore in Cuba or if it stays strictly in the water, how much it either strengthens or disintegrates. So, you really can't tell. But it's going to have some impact on Florida, even if it's just a rainmaker, as this has been putting down some pretty good rain. Begin Friday and into next week, heavy rainfall associated with Fred will impact Florida and parts of the southeast. Through Monday, 3 to 5 inches of rain is anticipated across the Keys, and southern rainfall could lead to real urban and small stream flooding, along with possible rapid river rises. And of course, that also is going to affect somebody like Tom, who's going to the Keys. So there's still cruise ships out there sailing in the Caribbean, so they've been dodging Fred. There's also an issue with the home ports that are in Fred's possible cones, which would include, of course, the cruise capital of the world, Port Miami, along with Port Everglades and Fort Lauderdale, and the port of Tampa, although there haven't been any cruise ships as of yet to sail from Tampa. The captain of the Port Miami has issued Hurricane Port Readiness Condition whiskey. I like that for Port Miami. That's effective today. If Tropical Storm Fred continues on its current track, the U.S. Coast Guard and ports will issue port condition X-ray later today or tomorrow. This means gale force winds are expected to impact within 48 hours, but the ports remain open. Port condition Yankee is the next level, which will close all inbound and outbound traffic, including cruise ships. Now, while you're looking at that map, the little yellow X down there and the kind of halfway across has strengthened some since we talked about it yesterday. It's still just showers and thunder showers remain disorganized in association with a tropical wave located about 1,400 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. The reason I'm making mention of this is that through the next 48 hours, they're saying possible development about 30%, but over the next 5 days, 60%. So this could well trail along right behind Fred and be just as bad or worse. I don't see Fred to be anything more than a lot of rain at this point. Some wind, of course, some ice surf, but I don't think it's going to be a major impact storm, at least the way I'm looking at it at this point. Now, out on the west, we've still got Kevin that's and Linda. Linda is forecast to become a hurricane later today. As of the last reporting, she's about 385 miles southwest of Manzanilla, Mexico. Sustained wind 70 miles an hour, so it's getting close to hurricane strength. Present movement is 6 miles an hour to the west-northwest. Pressure's dropped down to 993. Some strengthening is forecast during the next couple of days. And like I said, Linda is expected to be a hurricane later today, maybe the next report out. Kevin is weakened to a tropical depression. It's expected to be a remnant low later today. As of the last report I had on that, it was located about 600 miles west of Baja, California. Winds are down to 35. It's moving about 12 miles an hour to the west-northwest, so it's clipping along pretty good. Pressure's still relatively well up there at 1,007. And like I say, a remnant low later today, dissipating this weekend. Now, that takes care of that. All right. Kind of the neat story coming out of Alaska is the Encore. Norwegian Okay, I got me back now. Comments, lost me frozen. Okay, am I back on now? I am showing that I'm back live. Lost your audio when you put the pick up. Lost the sound. Lost you. Frozen. Okay, but am I back now? That's the main thing. I'm showing that I'm on the air. Yep. Okay. Wow. Okay, so you lost the audio when I put the pick up. So let's try it again and see if that was just a screw up or what. Okay, that's the pick, and I'm showing that I am still live. Okay, in case you missed the story, the Norwegian Encore, which sailed Saturday, of course, was the first Norwegian cruise line to resume sailing in the U.S. It's also the first vessel in the industry to berth at the new Wilderness Landing Pier at Icy Strait Point, built in partnership between Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings and the Huna Totem Corporation. It's solely owned by 1,400 Alaskan natives. Okay, now that ends that, and that still shows me on the air, I think. There's Emily's with us. So I guess now everybody's saying they can hear me now. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I had problems yesterday too. Okay, let's get back. Got a couple more things and then we can go back to technical stuff. Carnival. Let's see. Carnival Cruise Line is not just focused on resuming cruise operations, but also on updating ships, including the new red, white, and blue livery. The latest ship in the fleet to receive the new look is the Carnival Valor, which now is heading back to North America. So, and there's not a picture of the Valor yet, or I ought to put it up there. At least not a picture that's usable. There was one that's not usable yet publicly. So, all right. We need to talk about you know what? I know why I went off. I was trying to share my screen again, and that seems to be an issue with the signal. So I'll quit trying to share the screen. All right. It's been reported from several sources that the number of positive COVID cases aboard the Carnival Vista increased to 27 yesterday as the cruise ship disembarked passengers ashore in the port of Belize. In addition to 26 crew members who were infected and are in quarantine, a passenger tested positive also. Now, of the crew that's infected, here's the breakdown. Casino, 10 people. Restaurant and restaurant services department, 4 people. Entertainment, 4 people. Guest services, 2. Photo, 2. Housekeeping, 1. Beverage, 1. Now, I checked. The CDC's color code system continues to show a yellow designation for the ship with the notation that the CDC has investigated and the ship remains under observation. It should be noted that the CDC has exactly this designation and notation when Carnival was still claiming that the ship had only a small number of infected guests aboard, which is what they were saying. So here's where I have a problem. I don't think the cruise lines and the CDC are being totally transparent with what's going on. Now, the CDC does have this chart that anybody can go check on, which I checked again today. I'm not sure I understand the chart completely yet because it still there's not an explanation of how things change once they're yellow, like the Vista is now when it changes to red, for instance. I know that means that they got to go back to port. They got to miss a sailing or a number of things under the red heading. Or how does it get back to green? But the biggest problem I have is that Carnival is not being forthcoming with the number of passengers that have become infected. Now, I am a supporter of the restart. I'm all in favor of us getting cruises going and keeping them going. But I think the passengers have the right to know how many people are infected and what the cruise line is doing about it, and not try to cover it up. So that's the way Celebrity did it, and it worked fine. And on the one Celebrity cruise, there were 7 people. Now, there wasn't 27 like there are on the Vista. But still, I think the passengers have a right to know what's going on and act accordingly. Yeah, I know the cruise liners thinking, oh my God, somebody's going to cancel our cruise. Well, I mean, that's the risk that we're going to run in these times. But I think the cruise lines have to be totally transparent on the number of infections on a ship, the number of crew infected, what they're doing about it, when it goes away, everything. I mean, it's got to be forthcoming. And I don't see everybody being that way yet. And I'm not sure the CDC is being totally forthcoming as well. So that's just my thoughts. All right, let's see if anybody's left after my technical screw up. Cindy was here. Gretchen, my son Fred hits Florida about 6:30 today. Plane leaves at 4:30. Well, I hope he gets in before they start getting any weather. Libby Morrison, good morning from Texas. Good morning, Libby. I hope you're still with me, that you made it through without losing you when I screwed up technically. But anyway, welcome aboard, Libby. Cindy says you'll be okay. Follow Dennis Phillips on Facebook for accurate Florida weather. He doesn't sensationalize. Amy's with us. Good morning, Amy. How are you? Your hair looks good. Good luck with the dock, Chillie. Yep, I'm not real worried, but I guess I'm uneasy. Uneasy is the biggest thing. I mean, I'd love to get rid of the oxygen, but I know that is not going to happen today. But we'll see what happens. Carol's with us. Carol says, good morning. It's hot in Ontario. And then I lost the sound. So everybody's saying that I'm back. Okay, there I'm back. Carol's saying I'm back. Gretchen's still with me. Cindy's still with me. Good. That's wonderful. Emily, of course, came in. Emily says she can hear me. Cindy says, I agree they need to provide guidelines on what each color represents with percentages allowed. Transparency is the key. It's confusing. Emily says, Don feels the same. Everyone should know how many passengers got the virus. Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad Don feels that way. Quite often I disagree with Don on things. But this is one, I'm glad that he and I agree on this one. So that's a good thing. But anyway, Don does a good job, as does La Liga Loca. I love La Liga Loca. I watch him every day. Emily says, my opinion, all fleets should only accept vaccinated people for now. Well, it would be nice if they could do that. Cindy totally agrees with you. No word out of the the appeals court yet on the appeal. So right now, they can control it. I hope it stays that way. Sonny says, watch Don and Lolita Loca. I love Lolita Loca. I like him a lot. I thoroughly enjoy his shows. But anyway, all right, that's going to wrap me up for today, folks. I'm off to see the oncologist. So I'll let you know tomorrow how things go. Like I say, I'm not overly worried about it. I'm just uneasy about the whole thing. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll see everybody tomorrow, same time, same channel, for the latest in travel and cruise industry news. This is the old fat travel guy. See you tomorrow, guys. I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.